Hello, class, and welcome to your lesson on claims, evidence, and reasoning. So, what you're going to need is your handy dandy notebook, and you need to make sure that you've already gone to the Student Center. And at the Student Center, you need to pick up your evidence based writing in science. This is what you're going to use to take your notes. Again, I included some blank pages so that you can write your notes. Today, you're also going to be constructing your own claim as well as color coding the document. So, again, you need to have your evidence based writing. You will need to have this sheet that has that example of an exemplar claims evidence reasoning. And then you're going to need to have your video note worksheet so that when you watch this video in a second, you're going to take notes on that video. Okay. All right. And then most importantly, make sure you have your pair deck pulled up. The code can be found on your student tracker or the agenda or the board. All right. So pause the video now. If you don't have everything you need, go and get those items and then come back to the video. All right, so welcome back. All right, so here is what we're talking about today is claim, evidence, and reasoning. So on your pair deck, I want you to tell me how would you define the terms claim, evidence, and reasoning. It's okay if you don't know. I just want you to tell me what comes to your mind. When you hear those terms, what do you think of? Claim, evidence, reasoning. Pause the video now and answer on your pair deck. All right, welcome back. So now what you're going to do is watch this video. So click on the link in your pair deck, watch the video on claims, evidence, reasoning. Remember, you're going to take notes using your video note-taking worksheet. Pause this video now and watch the other. All right, welcome back. So after watching the video, you should now have a better idea of what is a claim, what is evidence, and what is reasoning. So now what I like for you to do is formally write that down. So a claim is a statement that answers a question. So what's going to happen in class is I am going to give you our driving question. So we're going to have like this question that we're going to go on investigations to try to answer that question. So you will come up with a claim. Once you come up with your claim, you're going to then need to support that claim with evidence. Your evidence will be based on observations, data tables, graphs, pictures. So, again, just thinking about those things. So, we are going to do laboratory exercises in most cases, not all cases. But when we do, you want to use that to help to back up your claim. Now, your reasoning. Your reasoning is based on scientific principles, which means you may have to do a little research to figure out and determine what scientific principles supports your claim and also backs up your evidence. You can use readings or formulas that describe why the evidence supports the claim. And again, when writing your claim, evidence, reasoning, we want to use and stay away from that the system one, system two thinking. Remember that from the video, you want to stay with the correct frame of thinking. All right, so what is a scientific explanation? It's a claim, evidence, reasoning. So in science, that's what we're going to use to explain the things that we're going to be doing. What I would like for you to do now is pause the video, and then I want you to draw this diagram. So a claim is, what do you know? Evidence is, how do you know that? And then your reasoning is, why does your evidence support your claim? That's where those scientific principles come in. And when you put all of that together, you get an explanation. Pause the video and draw your diagram. All right, so welcome back. So in your notes, I don't need you to write the when and the why. So you do need to know that we'll use these after completing a lesson. Why? Because it's important. It's important for you to have good writing skills. It's important for you to be able to engage in scientific argumentation. But what's going to be most important for my class is the how. So I want you to write the how down. So CER-based narratives are used, they are set up in a paragraph form. So when we go to answer these questions, after we've done our investigation, collected all of our evidence, you're going to need to be able to put this into a writing. So it's usually 5 to 7 sentences in length. It could be more, but it should not be less. And there are times when it'll be necessary to include a data table, a graph, or a picture with your evidence. And you'll get used to taking pictures in this class because we take a lot of pictures so that we can have that evidence to show that what we're saying is really true. Now, when writing a CER, this is like your basic formula. I am not saying that this is the only way that you can do this, but typically this is going to be how they're set up. So your first sentence is going to be your claim, your answer to that driving question. In some cases, your driving question can be your opening sentence, and then you write your claim. And then typically your evidence is like 2 to 4 sentences. Then your explanation is another 2 sentences, and then you'll write your conclusion. Okay, so now in here, we're going to be color coding these things. So you're going to need to write down your color code. So here, the driving question, that's going to be in purple if you choose. So when you're turning in your claims, evidence, reasoning to me, in order to make sure that we are all clear, we are all on the same page, and I am not trying to interpret what you mean, you're going to color code it. So you're going to change the color of the font. You're not going to highlight it. You're going to change the color of the font. So the driving question is purple. The claim will be green. Okay. Your evidence you will put in blue, and your reasoning will be in red. And if you choose to create a conclusion, you will put that in orange, and you will create a conclusion question. So not just choosing. All right. And so this is also the sheet, that half sheet that you got. I want you to go ahead and color code it because this is an exemplary claim, evidence, reasoning, writing that you can always use. So that if ever you get lost, you would want to go and look at this one. So pause the video now and color code your sheet. And you can underline it or you can highlight it, whichever works best for you. Now, writing an explanation. What I want you to do is you're going to pause this video, but on your sheet, there is a space where you will write a CER. So you'll watch the video about this little girl and her claim, and you're going to try to figure all of that information out. All right. So, and as you go through on your pair deck, you're going to write what is her claim, what is her evidence, what is her reasoning. And then you'll just continue to go through all of those steps, and we'll kind of talk about that. All right. So at the conclusion of this video, this is what I would like for you to do because there's some more slides that you'll work on. So with the people sitting near you, I want you to construct an argument around the topic that you're given. So you're going to pull a random topic from the bucket at the Student Center. You will have 10 minutes total to write your argument. You may use your cell phones to search for data or your Chromebooks. The data must be numerical. So you want numerical data to help support you. Remember to link your data to your claim with reasoning. Write out your argument using CER with the materials provided. All right, class. So happy learning and see you later. Bye.